Hello, Back on My Feet. My name is Jim Patton, and I've been a volunteer with Back on My Feet for 6 years now. And it's my privilege today to walk you through a tool that I've started using the last couple of years to help me plan my upcoming week, called the Ultimate Intentions Hack. And one of the things I focused on the last couple of years is not only being more productive each day, but looking at how can I be more productive each week and each month, and set some goals around that. So the Ultimate Intention Hack is a tool, simple tool to use that you fill out. I fill out on Sunday evenings. It helps me look back on the previous week, think of some things I'm grateful for, some things I accomplished, look forward to the week ahead. What are the priorities I need to get done? Who can help me accomplish those priorities? And what do I need to do to take care of myself? So in this brief workshop, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, walk you through the file, and you should have access to the file through the Back on My Feet staff. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. And there you see the tool, Ultimate Intentions Hack by Shift. Shift is actually a company I worked for previously. And as we scroll down and take a look at this tool, you'll see that it talks a little bit about what it is. So it's important to note that it's used to continue to help you grow personally and professionally. It's a great starting point each week to get clear on what's important to you, set your intentions, and determine what you'll accomplish. And we're going to walk through that and take a look at that. In terms of what you do, sit down every Sunday evening and commit to writing down your answer to each of the prompts or questions that we're going to go through. Sunday evening, Sunday afternoon is what I prefer. Some people like to do it on Fridays at the end of their work day, the end of their work week, as they look forward to the weekend ahead. Either way, whatever works best for yourself in terms of how you set up your week. And a hack, this is called the Ultimate Intentions Hack. A hack is simply a tool that helps you be more productive. As we look at this first page, this first part here, you can print this out and fill in the blanks yourself, or this document, this file, PDF file, is actually interactive, so you can go ahead and fill in directly online by typing in your answers. So this first part says, express some gratitude. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. And gratitude is something that I've spent a lot of time recently working on as I started doing planning for my month and week ahead. But what are those things that I'm grateful for? And I really focus on this, to be honest with you, on a daily basis. I try to come up with 10 things each day that I'm grateful for. It helps your mindset. It helps me be grounded in what I got to get done in the day. And it actually brings peace. Helps my day go maybe a little bit smoother than it would otherwise. So here it's asking for 3 things you're grateful for, right? When you sit down and do this, let's say on a Sunday evening. So in my case, I might write down, grateful for my Back on My Feet friends. As you can see, you can type right into these fields. I'm grateful for running. And this most recent week, grateful that I got to spend spending quality time with my wife. You can add to this list, you can make it more than 3, but again, we're just getting started. We've not done maybe some planning like this, or monthly planning. So 3 is a good place to start. Next is writing down your bright spots. So what are 3 highlights from the past week? We don't always do a good job of celebrating successes as we get them done. We worry about the next thing that we have to get done. So it's good to reflect back, reward yourself for something that you accomplished the prior week. So if I look at 3 highlights from my past week, I'm in the middle of a job search. And so last week I was fortunate. I had 2 job interviews. So that's something that was a bright spot. Another thing that's a bright spot for me, I ran 4 times. That's my goal each week. So I was able to accomplish that goal. So to run at least 4 times. Some of you I know run, walk. Some of you do other workouts beyond that. And then the third one for me from this previous week is I cooked dinner 3 nights. So it's something I'm trying to spend more time on, is learning how to cook, eating healthier. As you look at these bright spots, it could come from a number of different areas in your life. It could be things that you did work-wise, things that you did volunteering in the community, some successes you had with friends or family members. And as you scroll down, you'll see this quote here by Brene Brown, a great author and speaker. I don't have to chase extraordinary moments to find happiness. It's right in front of me if I'm paying attention and practicing gratitude. So again, that importance of gratitude. A lot of research shows that gratitude is a great thing to help you stay balanced, help you with depression. As I go down to this next section, it's writing down your non-negotiable routines for the coming week. So routine, something I'm going to get up and do every morning to start my day, and my evening routine, something I'm going to do at the end of each day to wrap things up before I get a good night's sleep. So my morning routine starts with drinking a glass of water, my day going, gets my body flowing. After drinking a glass of water, it might be then journaling. So I like to spend 15 minutes or so journaling. That's where I write down the things that I'm grateful for. I spend some time in prayer, look back at some things I've read maybe from the day prior and writing down what stood out to me from those readings. Then maybe go for a run. After that, come home and shower. Then maybe eat breakfast. And then start your day. So again, your routine, everybody's routine is going to look a little bit different. But for me, this is one I typically tend to follow. Again, don't beat yourself up if you don't do this every day. Don't beat yourself up if you have to leave a piece out. But again, just try to focus on, if you write these things down, it becomes a habit. These habits become important. A lot of research shows that a lot of things we do in life, more than we realize, is done by habit, more by habit and less by thinking that, hey, we want to go out and do that. I know recently I told my running coach that I lost my mojo. I wasn't interested in running that particular week. And he said, the heck with your mojo, get out there and do it because it's a habit. And once you continue to do that habit, it'll become just second nature. So that's the things in the morning. My evening routine, this is an area that I'm still struggling with a bit, but it could include things like reading a book, spending time with family. These are these things you want to do right before you wrap up. Sometimes people do journal. They like to do their journaling in the evening instead of the mornings. That's fine. Again, a focus from a lot of things I've read the last year or two is try to spend that last hour or so before you go to sleep away from social media. So your mind's not clogged up with a lot of things that are going to make it difficult for you to sleep or make it restless. So reading a book, spending time with family, journaling, maybe spending time in prayer if that's important to you. But those things you want to do right before you turn out the lights and call it a day. And I might add, good night's sleep, as we talk about doing these things right before you sleep, a lot of research again shows the importance of getting a good night's sleep and being well-rounded and maintaining that balance in your life. And here you'll see another quote from John Maxwell, again, another author and speaker. You'll never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret of your success is found in your daily routine. So the importance of routine. Now, this next section is writing down your priorities, those 5 pressing things that you must accomplish in the week ahead. A lot of us do to-do lists. I used to do to-do lists a lot, and I would get done at the end of the day and look at my to-do list and pat myself on the back for the many things I might have accomplished. But I didn't accomplish those things that were the most important, those things that I must get done in order to be successful, whether it's in job or volunteering or relationships. So what are those 5 pressing things you must accomplish this week? So where I'm at in this stage of my life, I told you I'm in a job search. So as I look at the week ahead, apply for at least 5 jobs. This is one of my goals right now. Running is important to me. So run at least 4 times this week. And when you think about these priorities, they can be work-related, relationships-related, volunteer-related, socially related, about 6, 7, 8 different areas in your life you might want to take a look at and say, what are my priorities in this particular area? Maybe it's saving. So save at least $25 in savings. In my case, I try to put a little bit of money each week into a fund that I have in savings so that if my car has issues or if I need some maintenance on some things in my house or if I have a medical bill, I have that money set aside to be able to pay off those bills as they come up. Another priority, something I might want to accomplish this week is spend time wife. So it might be a date night or watch a television show together or maybe plan something that we want to do this summer. And then I'm trying to read a lot more. I'm trying to read at least 30 minutes. Again, your priorities completely different. Everybody's priorities are going to be different, but what are those 5 things I want to get done in the week ahead to say it was a productive week? Another quote here, in order to say yes to your priorities, you have to be willing to say no to something else. And that's true. Is the cool thing about writing down these priorities is if things come up that you think you need to get done and they don't fit one of those priorities, you got to ask yourself, is this something I have to do right now, or can I put it off until I knock off these big 5 things for the week? Now, this next session is anticipate who or what will help or hinder your objectives. We all need help in order to get our priorities accomplished. That help sometimes are tools or books. Oftentimes, though, it's people that can help us out. So who can help me accomplish those things, or what are those resources to help me accomplish those priorities I listed? So in the case of applying for jobs, it might be the Back on My Feet staff. They are great at helping with that, letting you know what job fairs are available. Maybe it's attend a resume writing workshop. Sorry about my spelling. Maybe it's a Back on My Feet volunteers. I know the volunteers are available not only to help you with running questions, but volunteers can help you out, review a resume, maybe do a mock interview with you before a job interview, help you with your tax returns. A lot of volunteers have a lot of different skills and experiences they bring that they're just looking for opportunities to help folks out with. And then what are some of the obstacles that you got to overcome to accomplish those things? So what are those things that can get in the way of me running 4 times a week or applying for those jobs? It could be things like too much TV, too much social media, other obstacles might be not knowing how to do something, maybe not knowing how to start on a resume, but afraid to ask for help. So things that can get in the way. What are those things that can get in the way of me accomplishing the 5 priorities I listed above? And again, the help and the hinder will differ for each one of us. Another quote, some people dream of success while others wake up and work hard at it. I know this is something I've had in a framed plaque I've had, gosh, going all the way back to my first job, something I try to remind myself on a daily basis. And finally, the last part is taking care of number 1, taking care of yourself. What are you going to do this week to take care of you? It's hard to accomplish those priorities and be successful in whatever we're trying to do if we aren't taking care of ourselves. And so this section looks at body, balance, being, business, and brains. So from a body perspective, to stay physically healthy, what can I do? It may be walk or run. Back on my feet. It could be working out. It could be going to take having a physical to make sure that your body's all sound, everything's in working order. So what are those things you're going to take care of physically? Balance relationship wise. This might be write a letter to a friend or a family member. People love to get handwritten messages. Maybe it's writing a thank you note from someone who helped you, work on your resume or help you with a job interview. In being, emotional health, spirituality, what can I do that's going to help me take care of myself then? Maybe in this case, attend an AA meeting. That's an area that you're trying to work on. Or it could be spending time in prayer if that's important to you. Business perspective, achieving more while working less. In this case, for business perspective for myself, seeking help with my resume. I've got some folks I have looking at my resume and reviewing it and giving me helpful pointers. And then brains, what I want to spend more time doing here. I think I mentioned earlier, one of my priorities is to read more. So read for 30 minutes a day. That's it. That is going through the complete hack. Again, the focus here is on the week ahead. What's nice about this is in each day when I look at what I need to accomplish, I look back at this. It's not something I just write down once. I look back at it and say, what are my 5 priorities? What can I do today that's going to help me accomplish those priorities? When we're looking at this section here in terms of taking care of number 1, am I knocking these things out? Am I attending AA meetings? Am I working on my resume? Am I spending time reading? So that's a quick overview on how to be just more successful in planning out your week. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me or any of the staff members. I appreciate your time and have a great day.